So today I'm traveling to Malaysia and I wanted to discuss this topic because a lot of NRIs reach out to me and they want to find a way to invest in agricultural lands or the Kisanabadi plots. So I want to break the bad news first and then I'll go to the good news. The bad news is that you cannot directly buy agricultural lands if you're not a tax resident of India. That means that if you do not pay the taxes in India, you are a NRI and you don't have the rights to buy agricultural land. Now comes the good part, how I did it when I was in USA and Canada. I used to buy it on my dad's, mom's, or my brother's name. That's the workaround you could use. And another good news is that you can invest in Kisan Abadi plots and you get almost the same returns as you get in agricultural lands. So in this video, I'm going to break down as a NRI how you could make the most of opportunities in EDA. And I'll also take up this concern that the rupee depreciates to dollar every year. So back in Washington DC, when I had a six-figure salary, I used to save roughly about $30,000-$40,000 every year. And even when I moved to Canada for a year only, I would save roughly the same amount. And I always thought what I should be doing with my money because most of my friends around there would be investing in S&P 500, would be investing in various stock funds, etc. And my Capital One bank would give me 3.5% interest rate. So I thought there have to be better opportunities than this. And at that point of time, my dad, who was heavily invested in the plots and lands in Greater Noida and EDA, he advised that I shouldn't pay attention to anything and I should just invest in the lands and plots there. So this was way back in 2017. I split my money half and half. Half the money I put it in the Robinhood app, I put it in the S&P 500 stocks, and half the money I sent it to my dad to invest in lands and plots. And during those 7 or 8 years, my value, even after considering the depreciation of rupee compared to USD, the returns that I've gotten on the lands and plots in Greater Noida and EDA have been much more than what I've gotten from the S&P 500. So here is how the math works out for you. Let's say the USD is 89 rupees today, and exactly 1 year ago it was 84 rupees. So approximately it's falling by 10%, although we cannot predict the future. But let's say the rupee has been depreciating by 10% every year. So let's say today I take out $50,000 from my bank account. And after the currency conversion charges, which is like 0.5%, I lose about $250. Now the remaining money, I'm going to put it in agricultural lands. And for the next 6 years, I'll be seeing 25% annual appreciation. And of course, this money is going to go to my mom, dad, or my sibling because I cannot buy agricultural land if I'm an NRI. $50,000 comes out to be approximately 44,40,000 rupees. And if that amount grows by 25% every year, whether in Kisan Abadi plot or agricultural land. So after 6 years, the value of that money is going to be 1 crore 70 lakh rupees. Now that 1 crore 70 lakh rupees after 6 years, let's say I want to convert that back into the dollar, right? And my assumption is that the rupees depreciate by 10% every year, which is also, I think, maximum. It would not depreciate more than that. So that $49,750 comes out to be $107,000. And that means 17% annual returns, which is still better than investing in S&P 500. Now, there are a couple of things to it. One, if you're probably not going to work until retirement, or if you don't have the plans to settle very long term in the foreign country where you are, and if at some point of time you'll be converting all your assets into rupees and investing all the money in India, so it 100% makes sense that you invest today in the lands and plots. But let's say if you live in USA, if you live in UK or anywhere, and you decide that I'm going to stay here forever, I like my life here. So then that's a question you need to think that, okay, I'm not getting 25% annual returns. I'm probably going to get in the range of 17% or something. That's still better than S&P 500, but it's not significantly huge. So maybe you could perhaps divide your assets into two. One asset where you invest in stocks. I don't really recommend buying real estate in most of the developed countries because I saw in Toronto when I was thinking of investing in a condo in 2022, the prices had jumped so high, but then now they've fallen by 30-40% because of the oversupply, lesser immigration. So the dynamics don't work out often very well in your favor in developed countries. Similarly, in New York City, I see that 1 in every 3 condo owners are making losses. So I don't recommend really investing in real estate in the foreign country unless perhaps you want to live there for very, very long time. So back to the options, maybe split your portfolio half and half into stocks, S&P 500, half into agricultural lands, into plots in Ida, Greater Noida. So you can't directly buy agricultural land in your name, as I suggested that you could buy it in your parents or your siblings' name. Another option is you can buy a Kisan Abadi plot. Right now, many Kisan Abadi plots are available at 25,000 rupees a square meter. And once you get their allotment and possession letter in next, let's say 3 to 5 years, the value of the plot goes to 75,000 rupees a square meter. So you make 3x returns in just 5 years. So that's again a very good investment that you should consider. I hope you liked the video and I hope that I addressed some of the questions that NRIs often have when they want to invest in EDA. So please let me know in the comments if you have any more questions and I'll happily answer them.